beautiful souls. Welcome to Lunar Ceremonies, where today we are celebrating the new moon. We are celebrating the new moon in Taurus, which is grounding energy to the max. So I am so excited to have you here. We are going to be talking a lot about how to tap into that grounding energy, how to feel sensual and sexy, and how to heal that inner anger that you may be feeling, or to rid of that fear so that you may move forward and see all you are meant to be. So thank you so much for being here. So this new moon in Taurus, actually the peak energies are tomorrow, April 27th, around 12:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So pending where you live, those are the peak energy times. The new moon is all about, we are celebrating renewed beginnings. This is the springtime, so we can continue to celebrate our rebirth. We can continue to tap into who we are at our core level so that we may continue to shed those onion layers and continue to thrive and heal body, mind, and spirit. So self-healing and ascension really is, when I talk about it, it really is a lifelong journey. It's not just like something that I woke up one day and decided like, hey, I'm going to try and heal my dis-ease and all my shit. And then I just like come to this point and then I just stop. And I just like start living like I used to. So that's not how it is. It's about ever evolving as our both spiritual self and our human self. So we are a spiritual being having this human experience. So allow yourself to have the grace of being a human. We can be so hard on ourselves. And I tell people all the time, even as somebody who is totally self-aware, probably too self-aware, nobody is harder on Allie than Allie, as my husband will tell anyone. Okay, let's get right to it. So I want to also touch on the fact that this new moon energy and this season as a collective there are shifts happening, and there are always shifts happening, but when we are in the age of Aquarius now, we're tapping into a lot of technological advances, and we're tapping into a lot of grounding, earth-centered advances. And when I'm going to talk about different aspects of living, such as relationships or navigating like just your own personal journey, I always try to preface with people that everything must be heart-centered. We must be grounded, connected, and protected, and heart-centered. The word discernment is probably going to come up a lot today. The word ego is probably going to come up a lot today. And I know that for some people, these words can be a little bit triggering, because people can become defensive and say, well, that's not my ego. That's not the lower vibrational side of me. We all have things that we have to work on. We are all mirror images of each other's wounds. So if you find that like any of these things, you're like, well, that, it does not define who you are. If you hear and feel and find that you are someone who thinks this way or lives this way, there is no judgment here. Never any judgment coming from me. I can't judge the way I live my lifestyle. I am not one to judge. I am always here for your self-healing and ascension. And just know that if you ever feel, and this cannot just be from me, it can be from anybody in the world. If you ever feel that someone is saying something to you that triggers you, that makes you feel on the defense, you must look within and see what about this person, what about what they're saying, what about what they're conveying to me is causing me to feel this way. And that's really all it comes down to. Perception is everything, and everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Albert Einstein. I don't think I'll ever be able to go a live or a podcast episode without mentioning Albert Einstein. His energy just always comes through. So before we get into the cards, I just wanted to mention that because I am very open about the way that I live my life, and I am very open about talking about these things that people are not comfortable talking about. So we will kind of get into all of that when we talk about like relationships and how this new moon can really play into that. So for starters, of course, I pulled a Yasmin Bowling card, Moonology card. So we got the new moon in Capricorn. We got the Step Up and Lead card. So another new moon card celebrating your new beginnings, your rebirth, and another grounding energy card. So Capricorn is also very grounding. My husband's a Capricorn. He keeps me grounded. And this is step up and lead. So if you ever look into your natal chart, so like in my natal chart, my personal natal chart, it is shown that I am to be a leader, to step up for my community and humanity, and that's just who I am. So everybody within us has the ability to lead some way, somehow. So what works for you? What is in your soul's blueprint? What is in your natal chart? What is in your soul's calling to help step up and lead, whether that's in a classroom or in your community or in your church or your place of worship or in your country, in your state. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Like, even if you're just helping one little person in one person, it doesn't matter who it is. If you are helping one person, you are leading and you are guiding that person from heart center, hopefully. That is always the preface, from heart center. So I love these cards. They're so beautiful, and I love to pull one each moon just to show you guys and show you that no matter really, like, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what season it is, there's something to always have worth celebrating, if that makes sense. Always something to be thankful for. These are the springtime Irish cards, so we shall see what the message is today. Rest and be thankful. William Wordsworth. Oh, I like his name. William Wordsworth. Rest and be thankful. So definitely resting is important. Listen to your body. Listen to your physical body. Listen to your emotional and mental body. Listen to your spirit body, your guides and your angels. Are they telling you to take a damn seat and have a rest? Somebody like me, always on the go, never wanting to stop. And sometimes I really just need to listen to my body and take a step back. And actually, that's something that I'm focusing on kind of currently in my life is, now that I'm like getting busy again, which I'm so grateful for and thankful for, it's definitely, I need to remind myself to take a step back, be rest. I'm always thankful, but take a step back and just chill out for a few minutes, right? We all need to do that. Okay, now I want to pull one more card. So today I actually, I have my crystal bowls, so we're going to do a shamanic grounding. So I also wanted to bring out these cards. This is my shamanic deck. This is one of my favorite decks. This deck in particular just reminds me of all the earth elements and Mother Earth, Father Sky, and they're beautiful. So just want to see what wisdoms the cards will bring us today. And remembering that we are all connected, and we are just as connected to the flowers and the trees and the animals and the water and the air and the winds. We are just as connected as we are to each other, as we are to everything else. So repairing the veil, forgiveness. So forgiveness is always a hot topic of discussion, and actually we can kind of segue into that. So this card really is about making everything work, mending the wounds, bringing it together, tying it in a knot, tying it in a bow, whatever works for you to secure and solidify that it is okay to forgive. And remember that forgiveness does not mean to forget. It never means to forget. It means to hold yourself or the other person accountable, to acknowledge that there is some sort of lower vibrational 3D energy happening there, right? That we need to acknowledge. And we need to let that go from our own personal body, mind, and spirit. Because if we are not forgiving, if we're holding on to grudges, if we're not speaking to people, the silent treatment, per Dr. Nicole LaPera, How to Do the Work, and other books that she has written over the years, she will tell, like, the silent treatment is a form of emotional abuse, point blank. The tumultuosity, if I'm assuming that's a word, of relationship dynamics all come down to that self-perception, right? That perception is everything. Why are we holding these grudges? What is holding us back from letting go? because it's never worth it. It is never worth. If you do not want this person to be a part of your life, if you do not want to have further contact with this person, you can go into the quantum nitty gritty and you can cut those cords, and you can do so much energetic mind, body, spirit work on that. So don't allow yourself to think that you can't let it come to a resolution. So you can untie everything, let all the layers come out, let it all unfold, let it all come to the surface, get to the bottom of it. And this may be a little tumultuous during this time because Pluto and I believe it's Pluto and Aries are coming together. Pluto and Mars, that fiery energy. It's in a T right now, T shape, and in the cosmos, and it's causing right now with this particular Taurus that bull energy, right? It may cause relationships to maybe have like a breakthrough, and that might not be so great in that moment, right? Sometimes those breakthroughs in our romantic relationships, our platonic relationships, our family-oriented relationships, sometimes these things need to be spoken. Sometimes they need to come to the truth. They need to come to head. These planets are coming together and they're T-boning each other, right? And they're telling you like these things need to come to the surface, because out of the darkness will come the light. Always out of the darkness comes the light. It is better to bring these things to the surface, to discuss them, to talk about them, to acknowledge them, to process them, and then to release them, however that means for you. Does that mean letting go permanently and walking away? Or does that mean letting go of what is holding you back from being a unit together, right? That collective unit, the idea that we are supposed to be a collective and a loving collective, loving kindness collective, that we need to let go. And forgiveness is letting go of it from your energetic field. Body, physical body, mind body, emotional body, spirit or soul body, whatever you refer to it as, let that shit go. And I know a lot of times like people will be like, well, it's not that easy, Allie. I can't just let it go. Like this person traumatized me for years and years on end. And, I've been to 20 therapists and they're telling me that, I need to just slowly, like, you can cut that cord. I am telling you right now, I myself, as Allie, the spiritual being having the human experience, I went to therapy for 20 years and I did not start, like I'm talking, I was a teenager going to therapy with my parents. Like I did not start really tremendously healing until I found spiritual guides, no matter what their quantum metaphysical ancient healing technique, because I've done it all. I've trained, like I've learned, and I've been the patient, the client, quote unquote. I have been that person for 6+ years in my life. And it wasn't until I found somebody in the spiritual world that I opened up and I was able to verbalize these things that I hadn't been able to verbalize out of fear of judgment, out of fear of being labeled, in a computer, like, or on a piece of paper, or by that therapist that I was talking to, right? Like, and now this is why I share the things that I do. This is why I do what I do, because I spent so much money. I literally had to file bankruptcy trying to find out what was wrong with me, personal bankruptcy. I kid you not, Mayo Clinic, New York City specialists, tens of thousands of dollars in medical debt, trying to find what was wrong with me physically. And until I looked within and I stopped drinking and I acknowledged that I had work to do, and I tapped into all my emotions and I tapped into the deepest and the darkest, and I owned it. And not only did I own it, like I processed it, and it's not easy. And anybody who is out there doing this work, I see you and I hear you and I love you, and know that if you are not doing this work and you're like, what the hell is she talking about? You can do this too. every fear you have, every anxiety you have, every physical ailment you have, you know, to an extent, everything that just causes you to feel unsafe, uneasy, uncomfortable, unknowing of who you are. Like that is what I am trying to teach you. That if you can accept the fact right now that you are both spiritual and a human being, that we are residing in what is referred to as the third dimension, the 3D, which is full of fear, greed, lack, hate, just all of the low vibe energy, that war, famine, disease, like all of that, money, ego, anything that you can think of that does not resonate on the frequency of like love, joy, peace, bliss, and enlightenment, anything that is holding you back is not worth holding on to in this life at this moment. Why? Because, okay, and here's where it's going to get a little crazy, because these are like conversations that I have with my spiritual community and my woo-woo buddies and my friends. So for those of you who are kind of like new to this environment. So if you look back in historical times of the earth, right? And you look back at Atlantis or Noah's Ark or the Ice Age, all the different major pivotal points of the death and rebirth of humanity. Like Mother Earth is watching, God is watching, whomever you believe in, and if you listen to the divine, if you listen to my 2 podcast episodes ago with Lori Ladd, the author of The Divine Design, her book talks about this, about all of the wipeouts of humanity. Why did this happen? Like, why did all of these things happen that now when we look back, where there's one thing that we can get to the root of it all, and it's our actions, it's our ego, it's our fear-based mode of living, and we lost sight in all of these instances of what life truly is supposed to be about. Just about being heart-centered, grounded, connected, protected, heart-centered, being of service to others. Like that's really the ultimate idea. What makes the world go around, the energy circuit of it all. Like not the money, not the materials, not the, the who has more power than the other. It really, again, Albert Einstein coming through right now, reminding me to tell you all, like, he was a pacifist. Like, yes, he was known as the quantum physicist and like everything that you need to do with energy. However, he was also mostly known for his pacifist ideals and reminding us that there really just needs to be one nation under God. I'm getting, this is intuitively coming through. One nation under God, really nothing more than that. God, source, universe, whomever you want it to be, so we can be non-denominational here, not offending anyone. But really it is about who we can be as a humanity, and it starts within you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go within. As far as this new moon and the energies of it all, if you do find that you have been having some rocky roads within your relationships, do know that you are not alone, that, we are not perfect, and we are human, and we go through things, but just know that when you come out of them, every single time you will come out of it stronger, when you speak your truth, when you stand your ground, and when you know who you are. And don't be afraid to know who you are and stand up for that and live that truth. And I am always here to help you in that regard. So also, oh my God, how could I forget? I can't believe that I forgot. So this, as if this isn't even long enough, right? I don't even know how long I've been talking, and it's 11:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. Okay, so this is also the sexy moon. So the sexy moon, the sensual moon, and as you guys know, if you follow me on social media, you know that I always do a sensual Saturday, and this is what I was going to talk about how I'm open. So, okay, as you know, I clearly live in a polyamorous marriage. We've kind of just always been like that. We've been together 21 years. Yes, we have been separated and divorced. That had nothing to do with that era of our life. It was more so we were young parents and we just had to grow up a little bit. And we always had this crazy connection, chemistry. Soul deep connection, many past lives. I will tell you just the background. So I talk about quantum healing hypnosis technique, QHHT. It is Dolores Cannon's past life regression. It is for healing. It is for kind of that forgiveness of thyself and thy lineage. We carry within us those 7 generations of DNA that we need to get rid of, or even just our own timelines. Or lately, I have been thinking, it's not linear? Is it all just happening at the same time, parallelly? I love that word. Okay. So when you want to explore, right, sexually, whether it's within your marriage, if you are single and you're just dating, if you're waiting for that perfect someone to come, know that that perfect someone is going to come to you when you are in alignment with who you are at your core blueprint level. What does that mean? That means when you are self-healing and ascending and you know that you yourself are worthy, then the universe is going to give that to you. Now, that is not discounting the fact that people have relationships already that have failed or that aren't doing great or may already, have a great partner and you are struggling, and that's amazing. That's your journey, and that's incredible, and that's amazing. This is in particular to those who are currently still seeking a partner, or currently those who are seeking to add partners. So what I will say is that if you are somebody who feels jealousy, then perhaps this is not for you. I talk about this with a lot of my friends, my family. This is something that when you're not exposed to that feeling, you don't really know. There have been other instances in my life, but this is something that I've never felt. The word is jealous, I guess. There have been instances in my life where I've definitely been hurt, but that's a whole nother story. But this is with my current marriage, there has never been that jealous factor. So with that being said, if that is a true emotion for you, that's okay. Nobody's ever then it's just not for you. I don't sit here and I don't judge somebody for the way that they feel, just I would pray that they don't for the way that I feel. So anyway, and everything is energy. So let's go back to everything is energy. And when you feel a connection with somebody, I always tell clients, you have to ask, is this your ego? And I'm assuming that I'm allowed to curse. So I'm assuming I can say these words. Is it ego, clit, dick, or is it your heart? Are you having an emotional, energetic connection with somebody? Are you on the same energetic level as them? Is it somebody that you feel that could respect you and your desires and your needs, and you do have this level of safety and comfort with them? Or is it somebody who may primarily just be speaking to your sexual hormones, who that ego, that clit or dick? So that is always what I tell people. So that's a quick little, is it ego, clit, dick, or is it heart-centered? Is it heart and soul? I spent a very long time, years of my life, I'm a terrible person. And am I a terrible person for the way that I live my life? I am just me, and you are just you, and you are allowed to be free, and you are allowed to be you. And when you do it with self-respect, especially if you're in a marriage and you're bringing people in, or you're expanding outward, it's all about heart center. And it's especially when you are already committed to somebody, it's about that respect. It's about being on that same energetic level. And if you find yourselves that you're not on the same energetic level, then it's kind of, taking a step back, bringing people in and finding other people are not going to fix the core wounds of your interpersonal relationship, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps. I could share stories for a very long time and talk about this for an entire episode. So actually, let me know if you think that this would be a good idea for a topic of an episode, or if you are somebody who would like to come on and talk about these things, or have questions that you want me to answer anonymously on a podcast episode, I would be more than happy to. I am an open book, and this is kind of just how I have lived my life with my husband on and off for the last 21 years. So, okay, so now let us really get into the new moon energies of awakening our sacral chakra. So I want to focus on this chakra because this is home, since this is the sexy new moon, since this is the grounding moon. I do want to work on all our lower chakras, or base chakras of the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. Those are your base chakras. But I also want to tap into the sacral, as this is your home to sexuality, reproduction. You can also, besides the sound bowls that I'm going to play, you are also more than welcome to Google Baroque period music or sacral chakra hertz music. It sits at around a frequency of 417 hertz. And this is the Baroque period, was the time where there was a lot of classical music going on, and there was a lot of risque lifestyle and activity. And this particular era of music spoke to that exact energy center. So fun fact, if you did not know that. Also, fun fact, I don't know why I'm feeling called to share this. This is just a little bit more about me. Fun fact, in my QHHT, this was my point. So in my QHHT, this is what I do, I ramble. In my QHHT that I experienced, many of them, I have done QHHT probably like 10 times. And I'm always somehow in the entertainment industry, or I'm a theological female martyr, essentially, who dies for her cause. And this has all been a frequent theme in my life. And this life, I feel, is one that I'm teaching women, and I think also men. I think I'm kind of, especially in my own community and circle of people, like reminding them that it isn't all about ego, that it's not all in ego to have to be open and to just be honest about who you are. I've done a lot of work on that. I've done a lot of inner work on my subconscious religious programming, on my own inner work and my own womb healing, ancestral healing, my own sense of self-worth. And when you get to that place, you kind of just know that it is who you are. And then when you go under in hypnosis, it's like hard to deny that, because it's like all these experiences just kind of line up, reminding you of who you are. So, okay. So let's go ahead, and I want you, if you are in a safe place, if you are driving, please save this for later, as always. Okay, so I want you to start focusing on the breath, taking in those nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And remembering, when you take those nice deep breaths in, you are breathing all the way into the belly space. And that the sacral chakra, that hara chakra, orange in color, going ahead and filling up that whole belly space, bright white light or golden light. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring it up and out through the sacral chakra, up and out through the heart, through the throat, up and out through the mouth. And each inhale is bringing in that love and light, and each exhale is ridding of that which no longer serves you. So bringing in that new, revitalizing energy, allowing yourself to feel relaxed. Perhaps your shoulders are up to your chin. Go ahead and relax, taking those deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. On each inhale, feeling lighter. On each exhale, feeling brighter, knowing that you're safe where you are. On this inhale, bringing in that bright white golden energy. On this exhale, I want you to envision roots coming out of the bottoms of your feet, right where you are, right in the floor, fully securing you. And on each inhale, bringing in more white light. And on each exhale, sending those roots further down into the ground, down through all the layers of Mother Earth, until you see a bright white grid taking a moment to revel in the beauty of this loving energy, knowing that anytime you can return, asking Mother Earth to take your hucha, which is your negative energy, and have her give you her sami, her positive, loving energy. You're going to ask Mother Earth to renew you like this moon, bringing you to a place of being grounded, connected, and protected, being one with the earth, one with the stars and the sky and the planets and the moon, one with the water and the wind and the fire. Taking this moment to ask any of your own personal intentions for this new moon, for Mother Earth to bring to you, your loved ones, your friends, your community. Upon your crown chakra, right above your head, is the soul star chakra. Envision this chakra awakening with a golden light coming out, covering your whole body, your whole being, till it meets underneath your feet in the ground, your earth star chakra. Knowing that you are fully enveloped in Mother Earth's loving energy. And I want you to now, on this next inhale, drink up that bright white light energy of Mother Earth's grid, bringing it up all the way through all the roots, making them stronger and wider, until it reaches the bottoms of your feet, wrapping around your toes and your ankles and your shins, wrapping up and around your knees and your thighs and your hips and your torso, wrapping up around your fingers and your arms, wrapping up around your shoulders and your neck, fully encompassing and enclosing up around your head. We ask Archangel Uriel to open your crown chakra, allowing the love and light, keeping away the lower astrals and the negative entities, knowing that you are now fully grounded, connected, and protected by Mother Earth, Father Sky, calling in all your angels and guides, allowing you to see the support that you have on the other side, knowing that you are never alone and you are always able to return to this exercise so that you may tap in and see all you are meant to be, to know that all you have to do is ask away and they will be able to answer all that you need to know so that you may continue to grow. I want you to focus on your root chakra, red in color. This energy center home to your ancestry and your divine, your connection to Source, to Mother Earth, your connection to your ancestry, the 7 lines that you carry within you of trauma and drama that is not yours to identify, carry, nor burden yourself with any longer. Knowing that you are fully safe and secure, grounded into Mother Earth. Allowing all the nerves and muscles, fibers to relax in your legs. Feel the blood flowing from your toes and all the way back up to your heart space, filling you with joy and love and peace, knowing that you are free to be you and safe to do so. Moving up to the sacral chakra, orange in color, home to your divine feminine, home to your kundalini rising, home to your creativity and zest for life, home to your self-worth, reproductive health, sexuality, knowing that you can awaken this energy center with simple techniques so that you may see your worth, your light, your every need. tasting it, smelling it. Every ounce of your being is worthy to live free in this life. Free to be you. Free to be seen. Free to be heard. Moving up to the solar plexus chakra, yellow in color, home to self-confidence, motivation, digestion, your Agni, your digestive fire, knowing you are what you eat, and when you eat with love, when you eat with gratitude, your cells are replenished. They are refueled with the highest frequencies of healing. When you take note of your gratitude, when you take note of its nutrients, when you take note of its healing abilities, that is when you heal. Knowing that what you intake is the real deal. Visualizing your root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras aligned. Central column of light opening up from root to crown. The light coming down from above, traveling all the way through to your toes, into the ground. Lighting up all your chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, sapphire, purple. Knowing that these are truths about you. Know that you are safe in your body, that you are worthy of fulfilling your soul mission, and that you are beautiful. Taking a moment of gratitude for your ancestors, for your guides coming through, thanking them, and always remembering that you can return anytime, any place, anywhere. I hope that today's lunar ceremonies brought you clarity and brought you a little bit of understanding about around, your emotions and relationships and reflections and renewing your mind, body, and spirit, and reminding yourself that you are capable of healing. And if you put your mind to it. Hello, Carla. Hello, sister. Thank you for joining. We're just finishing up, so catch up when you can. And I thank everybody, as always, for tuning in and listening. If you haven't already, please grab your copy of my 2025 astrological planner and journal, where you can literally, this is my personal copy, but you can literally tap in to the moon. So you can see I have here, it is Taurus new moon. So every month has, here, I'll go to, let's see, June. I try not to fill it in too quickly. So every month you have your monthly mantras, goals, and you can then daily tap in daily for your gratitude. Actually, this was something that I was going to touch on. This was the only reason that I brought the journal down. So I am grateful for, in this section every morning, gratitude journaling actually changed my life. It is something so simple and something that you can easily implement into your daily routine. I used to just wake up every morning. I had a notebook next to my bed, and I would write down 5 things that I was grateful for. 3 to 5 things, all you have to do. Words, doesn't have to be sentences, doesn't have to be a page. 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for every single day. as you rise. I used to also write down my dreams if I remembered, because remember, dreams, you are astral traveling, and it is your subconscious talking to you. So you can always record dream notes. You can keep up with the Luna. You can keep up with her beautiful phases. And then I have down here just simple, daily priority and self-care. So why I have this little section here, because Kate Northrup taught me that if you just pick 3 things a week to focus on, if you pick 3 things to conquer, 3 tasks at the end of each week, even though you have a list of 100,000 things to do, at the end of each week, you will feel so much more accomplished. You will feel so good. And every week, if you just do that, things are going to get done. Perception is everything, you guys, and just focus on that. Focus on the little incremental changes that you can make in your life. This is what I do. These are what the hotspot healing sessions are for. They're 90-minute sessions. Come, unload, let me know what you want to work on. Intuitive insights come through, messages come through. We work on quantum, metaphysical, and ancient healing techniques. I help you tap in. We go on Akashic journeys. I do sound healing. I can do it virtually. You must know that virtual healing is healing, and it is just as effective. And in person is also available, obviously. My goal is, if it's one hotspot healing session, to get you feeling lighter and brighter. And then I also have my 3-month container available, your soul revival healing container. This 3-month container is all deep dive, intense, evidence-based quantum metaphysical healing techniques, along with several one-on-one 90-minute sessions, so that we can really deep dive, tap in, get to the nitty gritty, to bring your nervous system to a place of homeostasis, out of fight or flight or fawn or freeze, and into that rest and digest, rest and recovery, that parasympathetic nervous system state where you deserve to reside, no matter who you are, where you come from, or what your story is. I'm telling you, healing is possible. I was shopping for wheelchairs almost 4 years ago. So just know that I am always here. There is never any pressure. If you resonate, if you have questions, I can always do a free 15-minute consult for you. The Soul Revival Jamaican Retreat is also up and running for enrollment. So I have 8 spots left. Actually, I think 7. I have 7 spots left. It can be singles or couples, actually. It depends on what you want to make it. My husband, Kevin, will be the quote-unquote co-host. He'll be heading the golf outing at Sandals Upton Golf Club. It is in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. It is 4 nights of quantum, metaphysical, and ancient healing ceremonies, techniques. Everyone gets 1 massage per person. There is a ganja plantation retreat, a ganja plantation field trip, where you can purchase any goodies that you may like. There is no alcohol at this retreat, but you can have fun with all the cannabis goodies that you feel you want to. There is going to be live Jamaican music. There is every night at dinner. It is on the water. There is going to be water activities. There's going to be morning yoga and meditation and breath work. In-house chef, security, butler. The only thing that is not covered is your flight and airport transportation. Other than that, it is and your goodies that you buy at the ganja plantation, and golf. There is if you want to. Sorry, there's a few things that are not included. So golf is optional. That you can choose if you feel free. Also, if you want to fly down around the same time as me, please let me know and we can talk about that. But this way you can have transportation on us. So just let me know. Other than that, those are my current offerings. I have the Lunar Ceremonies that obviously you are watching or listening to. If you have not signed up properly for Lunar Ceremonies through my website, please do, so that you can automatically get this recording. and you don't have to go digging for it. So I hope that this all helps. Please feel free to subscribe and follow to all of my podcasts and blog and socials. And I am always here if you need me. Thank you guys. Peace out and God bless.